the Lucas Oil ASCS Show. Your weekly stop for news and talk from America's largest sprint car series on America's fastest motorsports website, RacinBoys.com.
Welcome, everyone, to the Lucas Oil ASCS Show. I'm Scott Traylor, along with the voice of the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, Bryan Hulbert. Bryan, night number one in the books at Golden Triangle Raceway Park, and an exciting finish. A guy that we didn't know was going to win that race until late.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne Johnson came up through there, and really, you could see him picking his way up through the field. He had good starting position that night, so I don't know if he really could have gotten up there and got anything done with Tony. As good as he was running, at one point he did have about a straightaway on him, even in slower traffic. But for Wayne to finally get up there and get his first win of the 2012 season with the National Tour, mind you, he does have the regional victories already, but you could tell that it was really wearing on him that he hadn't already gotten this victory. So it's definitely got to be a confidence booster to him that he is on the right track, even if the fact that he hadn't finished outside the top five since the start of the season wasn't enough. This has really got to help him out now. Well,
and Wayne had to be a favorite going into that race. He'd won a regional race down here in the Gulf South region on March 17th, so he had to have a lot of confidence coming in through the A main and deep in the field. Worked the high side, but the high side give up there late in the race. Tony Bruce working the bottom, and as you alluded to, it looked like Tony Bruce was on his way to a second win since his first win at Canyon on the opening night of the National Tour, but unfortunately a rear end broke.
Yeah, and I talked to him a little bit about it, and he said there was really no metal in the rear end. There was some, but he said there wasn't a lot, which he figured he'd really find that. But the spur gears weren't blown up, so the only thing he can figure, having not taken it apart yet, is maybe the input shaft snapped right before the bearing, and it's unfortunate because he really, really looked good. But even in Wayne's post-race interview, he alluded to the fact that he was not going to give up that bottom. If they're going to get around him, they're going to have to do it on the top. And he said the car felt good on the top. He had grip up there, but again, that bottom line was really a good line, and you saw guys making moves on the top, especially early in that race. Dustin Morgan was one of them, getting up in there and holding on to the front. I mean, he started up at the front of the field, and him and Travis Elliott had a fantastic battle at the early part of that race. Unfortunately, they ended up coming together towards the end of that race. Neither one of them got to finish, but it was really a good show. It was a little bit of a marathon. We did have a lot of cautions, but nonetheless, I think the fans really got their money's worth on that deal.
No doubt about it. Well, a little bit earlier, we had a chance to talk to the top three finishers from Golden Triangle Raceway Park, and here's those interviews. Joining us down here at the pits at Battlegrounds is a guy that picked up his first National Tour win of the season, Wayne Johnson. Congratulations on that win at Golden Triangle Raceway Park.
Thanks, man. It seemed like it was never going to happen, but just keep being consistent and working on the race car, making it better every night, and probably the best race car I've had in a long while.
You know, one of the comments you made after Devil's Bowl was you were frustrated. Even though you had that podium finish, you were still frustrated. You've had nothing but top fives all year long. But that just tells you how good your car is, and you expect to win when it's that good.
Yeah, our car hadn't been really that good lately. We've been really, really learning these shocks, and Brian at Super Shocks has been helping me a lot. A lot of phone calls and just learning what they do, and just keep plugging away. And like I say, last night we just kind of threw something at it that I thought would work, but I wasn't for sure. But we were starting deep, so I thought, we got to try something, and it worked.
Talk about that race. Tony Bruce is out in the lead. It's about a half a straightaway out on you. You guys are working the lap traffic. He's getting through it pretty good. You're getting through it pretty good as well. Do you think you had a chance to get Tony there at the end?
Well, you never know. If anything, it was going to be a good race. And, I mean, I think I was picking him up there in traffic a little bit, and he kept moving in the middle. And the racetrack, to me, my car wouldn't go through the middle as good as it would around the bottom or the top. So I really don't know what he was doing there. But, he's braking. I thought, the car was braking, and maybe that was the reason. But, there in the traffic, I thought I was really going to pick him up. And I really, I got under him about the time that the thing broke. So, who knows if I'd ever even got that close to him. But, it's just a shame for those guys. They've been working hard and been really fast. But, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Yeah, I know you're not thinking about the points. We were talking about that a little bit before this interview. But you got to be thrilled with the performance of this new team and the way it's going, second in the points right now.
Oh, definitely. This was a whole new deal over the winter, and these guys are working on this thing. Paul Ballantyne from Ontario and Connor Nelson from up in Washington. Just kind of through didn't really know Connor, but I knew Paul, and we just was sitting around. I was, just trying to put a team together that I thought was going to gel together, and just fortunate enough to get two guys that can work good together and work hard.
What do you think about this track here? It looks like a big old fast track, high bank, wall all the way around it. What do you look for here tonight at Battleground?
I've been here, it was a couple years ago, and we're pretty good. We're leading in blue power steering line, so unfortunately I was driving for Joe Zerloff, and I have no notes from that night, so I'm kind of going off of memory, and just see what happens. These are my kind of racetracks. I shouldn't say that I don't like the little tracks, because I've been doing pretty well on the little ones, but I like the big tracks better. You go faster, and it's a lot like, Oklahoma City growing up, Knoxville, Devil's Bowl, so hopefully we got something for them again tonight. Sure like to get another one tonight and keep this top 5 deal going for sure.
All right, man. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it over to Bryan Hulbert, who's caught up with TBJ, who had a bad night last night with the rear end breaking on his car.
Thank you very much, Scott. Real quick, we're going to catch up with the driver of the Oil Medics, TBJ Promotions, number 18, Tony Bruce Jr. Tony, last night leading that main event, had a great battle up there. You and Travis Elliott, Dustin Morgan was up there at one point, which starting to run away with it a little bit. You had about a half straightaway on him, even in slower traffic. Unfortunately, the rear end coming apart. Was able to talk to you a little bit off camera, and you're thinking maybe it was the input shaft. Not a whole lot of metal actually in the rear end.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what it is right now. We're going to get back to the shop, completely tear it apart and diagnose it. We work close with Franklin, and, actually we've been thinking about when the last time we actually had a rear end failure was, and like 4 years ago was the last time we ever had a rear end issue. And so, unfortunately, it just kind of bit us whenever it didn't need to, whenever we were leading, and, I guess this is part of racing.
Now, definitely two completely different racing surfaces here. You've gone from the small, almost quarter mile, kind of a 3/8 around the top. Now you're at the big 3/8. It's a high bank track. Definitely a different driving style coming into this racetrack here at Battleground Speedway.
Yeah, this place carries a lot of wing speed. You talk about keeping it up on the board. It's going to be a lot of air speed, and you're just going to have to play the wind and the air right. It's real windy here tonight, and so that's going to be tricky for everybody to get around the racetrack. And so, it is a completely different racetrack from last night tonight, and we just got to get out there, put our game face on, and get after it.
Yeah, right now you've got about a consistent 15-mile-an-hour breeze gusting up around 25. It's supposed to die off as we go through the evening, but still, you're going to have to compensate for that wind, especially going into 3.
Yeah, definitely. The wind's, been blowing like 20 mile an hour all day long, and the Weather Channel says that it's not supposed to really let up, and so, we're just going to have to get out there, see what it does to the race car, and just kind of go from there.
All right, Tony Bruce Jr. looking for better results here tonight at Battleground Speedway. Everything on the car should be good. Right now, we're going to throw it over to Scott Traylor.
Thanks, Brian. Over here with Brady Bacon down here at Battleground. And Brady, man, good run last night, second place finish. Late in the race, did you feel that you might have had something for Wayne?
Yeah, I think we had, our car was maybe a little bit better than his, but when a guy that good gets out in front, it's hard to beat him, especially with no long runs. We run 2 or 3 laps at a time and line back up, and he was getting a good start, so just had to kind of wait a lap or two to get our speed up, and just didn't have enough time to get to him to try to pass him. So
every driver wants to get into a rhythm, get a string of some laps together. When you're in the car, what do you keep telling yourself every time you go a lap, a yellow comes out? What do you have to talk to yourself a little bit mentally to keep yourself kind of pumped up, or just take us through the mental part of that when you have to keep restarting these races?
It just gets frustrating, especially when you're really racing with somebody. You get in and pass them, and the yellow comes out, and you got to go back, and then it's just more opportunity to have a problem. Last night, Dustin, got on someone's right rear in front of me, and it slowed me down, and that's when Wayne got by me. So, every restart's a chance for that to happen. But sometimes you love them because you messed up and got past, and the yellow comes out, and you get your spot back. So, works both ways, and it seemed like sometimes it just seems like they're always working against you, but I'm sure everyone thinks the same thing.
No doubt about it. Man, you're just killing the podium right now. You're up there consistently, and that's a big deal when you're trying to win this championship.
Yeah, I was getting a little old. I need to get on the top of the podium here.
Yeah.
Seconds and thirds are good for a while, but eventually you get hungry for that win.
Yeah, so. But at the end of the year, man, that's a big deal, right? I mean, I know. Wouldn't you rather win like one race and win the championship, or would you rather win 10 races?
Well, if you win 10 races, you got a pretty good chance to win the championship.
It's just a figure of speech, though.
Yeah. Well,
the championship is the big deal, right?
Yeah, it depends on whatever paid the most.
Yeah. It's all about the money when it comes to being a car owner, right?
Yeah. But Jason and Wayne, they're going to be in the top 5 all the time too, and then they've already won a race apiece, or Jason's won 2. So, with the point structure, those wins make a big difference in points. So every win you can get's really important. So obviously we're there knocking on the door. We just got to have a race fall our way.
We talked a little bit about it on the broadcast last night, but we'll talk about it here on the ASCS show. You have a chance to drive Jack Hockett's car May 23rd at the National Tour Race at Grain Valley. We're going to be running the wingless auto racing series, new non-wing series there. You're going to be driving Jack's car.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The whole Hockett family are just great people, so looking forward to doing anything we can with them, and hopefully anytime I can get a non-wing car, I look forward to it. So hopefully we can get a win there. We were fast with a 410 there at the USAC show. Just kind of faded back at the end, but hopefully we can get a win there and maybe learn a little something for the track for the 360 feature.
Let's talk about Battleground here in Highlands, Texas. I think you told me you drove a midget here before. Tell us a little bit about this racetrack.
I actually ran a regional Gulf South race.
Of course, I wasn't right.
Yeah,
okay.
do your research.
Yeah.
But here before, so and we had actually Jesse and Brian and me had a good race for the win. There was actually some confusion about the amount of laps we ran. I think Jesse won the 25-lap race.
And it was a 27-lap race, though.
Checkered flew on the 27th. So
see, I have a little bit of memory, just a little bit.
So Jesse was obviously a little upset about that, but we finished third, had a chance to win there, and the yellow came out. I was on the bottom, and then showed my nose, and then they moved down. So it looks pretty heavy right now. So and with the cloud cover and stuff, might be a little while to roll it in, and it might be a little heavy in the heat. So hopefully we'll get a good draw.
It looks like a fast track.
Yeah, it's fast. It's good size. It can be racy, so we'll just have to see if it dries out enough to really get racy.
All right, man. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
All right, let's send it over to Brian, who's caught up with Gary Wright.
Thank you very much, Scott. Real quick, going to catch up with the driver of the Lubbock Wrecker Service and Briley Trucking number 9, none other than the man Gary Wright. Gary, last night, a good run for you, still having to come deep in the field. Unfortunately, that's been the case this year, and tonight with the draw, it looks like you're still going to have to fight your way up through there, but nonetheless, showing these young drivers you could still get it done out there.
Well, we've had a good race car. The draw is just killing us. Tonight we drew the biggest number in the box again, and track's extremely wet, so we got to do something spectacular in the heat or we'll be in the back of the feature again.
Now, I mean, even though you're having to start in the back of the feature, you've still been able to pull off top 10, top 5 finishes. And again, like you said, you've got good equipment, just the draw needs to get a little bit better for you. And definitely with the track, like you said, being so wet right now and having so much cloud cover, it's really kind of interesting as to what they're going to do to even be able to get this track rolled in.
Yeah, I really don't understand why promoters do this, but they get it so wet. Last night the track was so wet, it was hard to race on, and it's even worse tonight. So it's kind of disappointing. It hurts all the race fans and the racers self. We can't put on a good show running in mud, but there ain't nothing we can do about it.
Well, definitely with your experience, you'll be able to come in, and good luck tonight.
We're going to try our best. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Gary. There you have it, Gary Wright, the driver of that Lubbock Wrecker Service and Briley Trucking number 9.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinions, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Griffith Truck and Equipment is Houston's #1 dealer for specialized used trucks with more than 50 years of service. Griffith stocks all makes and models of trucks for every need and will build to your specifications. Visit them online at griffithtruck.com or call 281-457-2195. Griffith Truck and Equipment is the proud sponsor of Gary Wright, the all-time winningest driver in the ASCS, 2011 Brodix Rookie of the Year Aaron Reitzel, and the Griffith Truck and Equipment ASCS Gulf South Series. Watch for the Teresa Griffith-owned Sprinter at a track near you. Griffith Truck and Equipment.
Now, night number 2. We're over here at Battleground, and this is a big, fast-looking track with a lot of banking and a wall all the way around it.
Yeah, and it's a lot different track. It's a lot bigger, a lot sweepier. It's going to be really interesting to see how these drivers adapt. I mean, but they're National Tour drivers. They shouldn't have a problem. These Gulf South guys, they know what they're doing here, and they showed it last night at Golden Triangle. They'll definitely be a factor here tonight as well.
All right, here we go. We're going to go into the race portion of tonight's broadcast. You're going to watch Golden Triangle Raceway Park first, and then we'll follow that up with tonight's action here at Battleground in Highlands, Texas.
The caution lights have gone down. 30 laps of racing set to get underway with the Lucas Oil America's Sprint Car Series presented by MAV TV. Travis Elliott in the 15T. Dustin Morgan, who is outside. Ladies and gentlemen, they work into 3 and out of 4, and it's showtime! Out comes the green, only to be followed by the caution, the false start with the ASCS National Tour. Couple of cars starting to wheel hop as they came off of turn number 4. Looked for a second light. They were going to let it go as the front row was even. Unfortunately, though, not going to be the case. They're going to try it again. They're still side by side. They're nose to tail. The caution lights back down around the Golden Triangle Raceway Park. Elliott and Morgan, Bruce and Loyette, Miller and Bacon. Your top 6 starters. Here we go again off of 4. Green flag. Out comes the green, and it's going to be Elliott jumping out to the race lead. The 15T of Travis Elliott will show the way as the field works through turns 1 and 2. Now going to dive into turns 3 and 4. Elliott around the bottom of the racetrack. He will lead. Tony Bruce Jr. right now running in second. Wes Miller going to run in third. Then it's going to be Dustin Morgan and Brady Bacon going side by side. Dustin Morgan up on the high side of the racetrack trying to make something happen. Brady Bacon, though, working down to the bottom. Both drivers trying to get around the 2M of Wes Miller. As that'll be the battle for third. It's going to be Miller. Then it's going to be Morgan right now running in fourth. Then it's going to be Brad Loyette up into the top 5. Brad Loyette, the Loyette Landscaping 05 trying to make something happen here. As he's up into the top 5 is up in front of him. He's got a battle for third. The 2 of Dustin Morgan up to the high side. Wes Miller down to the bottom. Miller still with the advantage. As they battle for third, now you've got a battle for the race lead. Tony Bruce Jr. trying to steal it away. Tony Bruce Jr. going to go after Travis Elliott into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers dive to the bottom of the racetrack. It's Elliott showing the way. Tony Bruce Jr. sitting in second. Then it's going to be Miller. Then it's Morgan. Then it's going to be Loyette right now running at your top 5 as we've got problems in turns 3 and 4. The caution's out. Kevin Ramey has spun around. As we get ready to go again. Single file, nose to tail. Again, they cannot pass, so they pass the cone to the front straightaway. Advancing position will cost you 2 spots per car you pass. They work up a 4. The green flag is out. We're back underway. The 2 of Dustin Morgan. He is going to go after Wes Miller as Tony Bruce Jr. is going to go after your race leader yet again. Tony Bruce Jr. up to the high side. The 15T of Travis Elliott so far able to keep everybody at bay. Dustin Morgan now. He's got company. The 05 of Brad Loyette look down to the inside line into 1 and 2. Not able to get it done. The 05 still going to run out to your top 5. It's going to be Travis Elliott kicking her sideways and catching the moisture off at turn number 4. Tony Bruce Jr., Wes Miller, Dustin Morgan, Brad Loyette. The battle for third is phenomenal as we've got a car down into the tractor tires. He's going to keep it going, though. The oil field equipment and manufacturing 11C of Matt Covington. That's going to cost him a lot of spots, so is back up front. The 15T of Travis Elliott leading, but we've got a driver on the move. The 99 of Brady Bacon. He is moving back into the top 5. He puts the 05 of Brad Loyette back to 6. Up into 7 now is going to be the 77X of Wayne Johnson. 8th is the 81 of Danny Wood. 9th right now is going to be Berryman. Your top 10 is going to round out now with the 45X of Johnny Herrera. As they work into turns 1 and 2, the battle is on for third. It is the 2 of Dustin Morgan. He's gotten around the 2 of Wes Miller, but he's got company. It's the 99 of Brady Bacon. Bacon in the 99 down to the bottom. Morgan up to the high side. Now Brady Bacon occupying the 3rd spot. Brady Bacon can occupy 3rd as a car slowing to the back straightaway. It's Matt Covington in 11C. The 18 of Tony Bruce Jr., the 2M of Wes Miller, the 2 of Dustin Morgan, the 99 of Brady Bacon. Right now, your top 5. Travis Elliott's going to hold him all the way out of turn number 4. He's on the gas. We're on the go. We're back underway. 7 in, 23 to go. Down to the bottom of the racetrack, dives Tony Bruce Jr. They're going to go side by side. The battle is for the lead. Into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers trying to get down to the bottom. They both skate high. Dustin Morgan's right there. He clips the back of the 18. Does a wheel stand, and everybody holds on. Oh my, but you've got a new leader now. Tony Bruce will show the way. Tony Bruce Jr. in the 18. He's going to lead to the back straightaway. Travis Elliott, he's going to fall the second as we've got cars coming together over in 1 and 2. Everybody continues on though. The 87 of Aaron Wright will look like the 28 got together a little bit as everybody continues on clean and green. Is Tony Bruce Jr. looking for his second win in the 2012 season as he leads the way to the back straightaway. Dustin Morgan, he's also looking for win number 2. He is up in the second. Travis Elliott falls back to third, now dives it down to the bottom as we got a car slow over the high side. Gets it refired though. We continue on as another car slowing down. Looks like a flat right rear tire for Danny Wood. Danny Woods, 81, slow over the high side of the Golden Triangle Raceway Park. The caution must wave again. And it is a flat right rear tire in the statewide services 81. He's going to pull it down into the infield. As another driver looks to be spun over in turn number 3. Looks like the 11C possibly. So 10 laps in, 20 to go. The caution lights go down. We're set to try it again here. The 18 of Tony Bruce Jr. He will lead him down to the drop of the green. He's on the gas. We're back on the go. The battle for second of Dustin Morgan going to take to the high side. He'll steal away from Travis Elliott. Elliott going to fall back to third now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Dustin Morgan right to the middle of the racetrack. Travis Elliott ties down to the bottom. Couldn't make the run though as he's got Brady Bacon, Loyette, and now the 77X of Wayne Johnson. We've got a pile up on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Haperteeth and Bergman are involved. Everybody trying to dive to the bottom. Sam Haperteeth Jr. and Seth Bergman come together, not seeing exactly how it started. Then Jason Johnson, your top 10. Then it'll be Dover. Then it should be Miller. Then Reitzel. Then Kohanek. Then it should be the 28. Right now running at your top 15 as they'll work off at turn number 4. They'll pick up the pace. The green flag's back out. We're back underway. This time, the 15T of Travis Elliott takes to the high side through turns 1 and 2. Dustin Morgan tried to the bottom as he's going to continue to run in third. Travis Elliott right now going to run in second as here comes a 77X of Wayne Johnson. He puts a gutsy move through turns 3 and 4. He's going to steal away third right now as he dives down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll pull the 2 down the back straightaway. Back up front, it is the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr. right around the bottom of the Golden Triangle Raceway Park. He shows the way. Then it's the 15T of Travis Elliott. Then it's Wayne Johnson. Then Dustin Morgan. Then Brady Bacon right now, your top 5. Then it's going to be the 05 of Brad Loyette, the 45X of Johnny Herrera's. We've got 3 of them piled up at the bottom of 3 and 4. Caution waves again. The 51B of Jimmy Brooks, the 17 of Bruce Griffith Jr. and a third car involved. I cannot see the number on the wing. Of Clint Angleton. The 81 of Danny Wood, the 17 of Bruce Griffith. It'll be the 28 of Tommy Bryan right now rounding out your running order as we go single file this time into turns 3 and 4. Again, the cone down to the front straightaway. They cannot go below the cone, hit the cone, or advance position before the cone. The green flag is waving. Tony Bruce Jr.'s back in the gas. The battle for second is on, and it's going to go to Wayne Johnson. Johnson down to the bottom of the racetrack. He gets around the 15T of Travis Elliott. Elliott now down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. Dustin Morgan goes to the middle of the racetrack. Brady Bacon peeks it down to the inside line. Now he'll try to get the run of the 2, and it turns 1 and 2. Down to the bottom goes the 99. Up to the high side goes the 2. They're wheel to wheel, and Dustin Morgan's able to hold on to it. Dustin Morgan trying to build up some momentum. Here he goes to the middle of the racing surface in 3 and 4. Brady Bacon, though, down to the bottom, grabs the moisture. He'll steal away the spot. Dustin Morgan now going to round out your top 5. Brady Bacon going to try to steal away third. He goes to the high side as they work to the back straightaway. Side by side, the battle is on. The 15T of Travis Elliott. The 99 of Brady Bacon is going to be Elliott holding position. Bacon right now going to run in fourth with the 2. Dustin Morgan running out your top 5. The 05 of Brad Loyette going to run in 6th. 7th is going to be Johnny Herrera as Loyette nearly takes it around. Herrera squeaks down to the inside line as he'll take the spot away. Jason Johnson right now going to try to run down the 05 of Loyette. He goes to the high side of the Speedway as they work through turns 3 and 4. He's going to battle with the 9 of Gary right now as they work into turns 1 and 2. As we've got 15 laps in the books with 15 laps to go. Halfway done and halfway home. It's still Tony Bruce Jr. showing the way. Tony Bruce Jr., your race leader, as he puts the 17 of Bruce Griffin a lap down the competition. The 77X of Wayne Johnson still trying to run him down. The 15T of Travis Elliott still running in third. The 99 of Brady Bacon running in fourth, with Johnny Herrera now running at your top 5. It'll be the 2 of Dustin Morgan. He's getting shuffled back to 6th. 7th is up for grabs now here. It's going to be the 41 of Jason Johnson. 8th is going to be the 9 of Gary Wright. The 05 of Brad Loyette. Tight through the middle of turns 3 and 4. And again, tight through the middle of turns 1 and 2. He's going to fall back to 9th. Your top 10 right now going to round out with the 31 of Brandon Berryman. As they work into turns 1 and 2, your leaders within about 3 car lengths of each other now. But Tony Bruce, he's absolutely going to bolt on the back straightaway, as he's got the 20 to Tommy Bryan between him and the 77X. Nice and smooth right around the bottom of the racetrack. Wayne Johnson now nice and conservative as he tries to run down your race leader. It is the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr., the 77X of Wayne Johnson. Now Johnson searching for lines on the racetrack. Goes to the high side through turns 1 and 2. Dives it back down to the bottom into 3 and 4. Tony Bruce now forced off the bottom. He's going to try to get around the 19 of Clint Angleton. Angleton able to hold down to the bottom of the racetrack. Tony Bruce forced to the high side here as he's going to get the run down to the back straightaway. He's got 1. He's going for 2. Michael McNeil, the next driver in danger, going to lap down the competition as we have 10 laps to go this time. It'll be 9 laps remaining. Tony Bruce Jr. still your race leader at 18. Wayne Johnson now up to the high side. He's going to try to clear lap traffic as they work on the back straightaway. We continue clean. We continue green. It is Tony Bruce Jr. is now your leader. Problems. Tony Bruce, his car has just come apart. Tony Bruce Jr. is done. Your race leader goes around as Dustin Morgan spins down to the infield. He'll try to keep it going. He does in the 2. What a heartbreak for Tony Bruce Jr. leading. Doing a masterful job through lap traffic, and the car breaks in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Brady Bacon lining up in 2nd. Then it's going to be Travis Elliott, then Johnny Herrera, then Dustin Morgan. Right now your top 5. Jason Johnson's up into 6th. Gary Wright's in 7th. 8th is Loyette. 9th is going to be Wrightsel. Your top 10 is going to round out with a 53 of Jack Dover. We're back to green. We're back underway. Dustin Morgan up to the high side of the racetrack, going to go around the 45X of Johnny Herrera. Now he's going to bring the 41 of Jason Johnson with him. Jason Johnson dove down to the bottom of the racetrack. He was able to get around Herrera. Herrera now with problems on that race car as he works through turns 3 and 4. He's going to slow right in the middle of 3 and 4 as it looks like Herrera now may be forcing the caution with a flat right rear tire. The caution will wave. The right rear tire going down on Johnny Herrera's 45X. From 23rd, he is up into 5th. Then is Jason Johnson. Then it's Gary Wright. Then it's going to be Loyette. Then Wrightsel. Then it's going to be Berryman. Then it's going to be the 81 of Danny Wood. Your top 10. Here we go. Back to green. The battle for 3rd is on. It's a 3-car battle as they work on the back straight with the 41 of Jason Johnson trying to overtake the 2 of Dustin Morgan and the 15T of Travis Elliott. It's going to be Elliott right now holding on to the position. Morgan going to run in 4th is now Gary Wright going to try to steal away 5th for the 41. Gary Wright looked down on the inside for a moment, but wasn't able to get it done as we go back to the front of the field. Wayne Johnson right now, your race leader right off the bottom of turn number 4. Brady Bacon trying to run him down. As Travis Elliott, contact for the 2 of Dustin Morgan. Those 2 go around. The caution must wave again. Not right on that race car, deciding to pull it down to the infield to let the crew have another look at it. Either way, he will have to go to the tail end of the field if he's able to continue on, but the caution lights have gone down, so we're ready to go back green. Wayne Johnson leads him down the front straightaway. We're back underway. Wayne Johnson leading down the back straightaway. Brady Bacon, Jason Johnson now sitting in 3rd. The 9 of Gary Wright sitting in 4th. The 05 of Brad Loyette running out your top 5 as they work down the front straightaway. It continues to be the 77X of Wayne, the 99 of Brady, the 41 of Jason, the 9 of Gary, the 05. Now up to the high side. Brad Loyette trying to make something happen as they work through turns 1 and 2. The 87 of Aaron Wright still going to run in 6th. 7th is going to be Brandon Berryman. 8th right now is going to be Kevin Ramey. 9th is going to be the 81 of Danny Woods. Your top 10 going to round up with a 53 of Jack Dover as they work down the back straightaway. Your top 2 have run away for the rest of the running order. The 77X of Wayne Johnson, the 99 of Brady Bacon. As they'll come to the last 4 laps in this main event. 4 more times around as Brady Bacon looks up to the high side of the racetrack trying to make something happen. Couldn't get it done though through turns 1 and 2. Both drivers going to suck right down to the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Wayne Johnson, Brady Bacon They're within about 2 car lengths of each other now as they work into turns 1 and 2. Gary Wright running in third. Jason Johnson running in fourth with Brad Loyette still running out to your top 5 as they work in this time into turns 3 and 4. Slower traffic about to become an issue for these drivers as they'll come to the twin flags 2 more times around for Wayne Johnson. Johnson forced off the bottom of the racetrack. He'll go around the 17 of Bruce Griffith Jr. Griffith another lap down the competition now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Brady Bacon going to go to the high side now to try to work around the 17. Cuts it back down to the bottom. He'll try to grab the moisture as the white flag is out. Wayne Johnson only a lap away from finally getting a National Tour win here in 2012. We'll see if he can get it done as he has less than a half a lap to go. This time into turn 3 and a turn 4. The checkered flag waves for the Cindy Vending 77. Wayne Johnson, your race winner. Johnson will take the win. Brady Bacon will take second. Third will go to the 9 of Gary Wright. Fourth to the 41 of Jason Johnson. Your top 5 is going to round out the 05 of Brad Loyette. And with that, the caution lights have gone down. Ladies and gentlemen, this time out of turn number 4, the green flag is set to wave. Will it be a Gulf South region driver taking the win? Can they overthrow your National Tour veterans? Tommy Bryan in good position to get it done as he goes for the pole position. Brad Loyette looking for his first win on the National Tour. He goes to the outside of row 1. Ladies and gentlemen, off of turn number 4, it's showtime! Out comes the green, and Brad Loyette will jump to the top spot as, oh my, we've got big problems. Huge crash of a 2. 3 cars upside down. Your pole sitter's upside down. The 11C of Matt Covington went upside down. And Jack Dover has gone upside down. Red flag waves around the Battleground Speedway. And word coming from radio communication, all drivers involved are okay. As the caution lights have gone down, the field set to try this again 30 times around. 4,000 of the winner. Brad Loyette again to the pole now. From the outside of the front row, he will drop down to the pole position, trying to get a win here with the National Tour. He started off his year with a top 5 finish. Since then, Lady Luck has not been on his side. We'll see if his luck has changed here tonight. They come to the green. It's in the air. We're underway. The field going to race through turns 1 and 2. They're side by side. They're 3 wide in the middle of the pack, but everybody's going to fan out, and we're going to work down the back straightaway. Up front, lap number 1. It's going to be the 05 of Brad Loyette showing the way as the battle for second is on. It's going to be Jason Johnson and Wayne Johnson going at it right now. The 41 with the advantage. Jason Johnson going to pull away now. The 77X of Wayne Johnson going to run in third. The 15T of Travis Elliott going to run in fourth. Your top 5 for the time being going to run out with the 9 of Gary Wright. Sitting in 6 is going to be the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr. Then it's the 45X of Johnny Herrera. The 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick. The 23 is Seth Bergman, and then it's going to be the 15H of Sam Haperty Jr. right now running at your top 10 as Haperty right now trying to steal away 9th. He's going to look down to the inside line of Bergman. Bergman up to the high side, Haperty down to the inside as we'll work back to the front of the field. Brad Loyette still showing the way as we'll have 27 laps to go. 3 and 27 to go, and right now it's the Vacuum Works International 05 leading at the Battleground Speedway. It's Loyette, then it's Jason Johnson, Wayne Johnson, Gary Wright, then it's going to be the 15T of Travis Elliott as now the battle is off for 6th. The 18 of Tony Bruce Jr., the 45X of Johnny Herrera going to start to go at it now as they work to the back straightaway. It's Tony Bruce Jr. working the inside line through turns 1 and 2 now. Goes to the high side, Herrera dives to the bottom, and he's going to pull off the slide jump. Herrera's up into 6th, Tony Bruce though battles back down to the inside. They'll slide each other again at 1 and 2. Tony Bruce has it, but gives it right back to Johnny Herrera. Johnny Herrera going to reclaim 6th out to the back straightaway. That's going to move Tony Bruce back to 7th as the battle for 8th is on now. It's going to be the 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick, the 15H of Sam Haperty Jr. with the 23 of Seth Bergman right now running at your top 10. Up into 11th, it's going to be the 99. That is going to be Brady Bacon. Then it's the 87 of Aaron Wright, so running at 12th. 13th is going to find the 12 of Logan Bledsoe. 14th, the 81 of Danny Woods. Your top 15 right now is going to be the 31 of Brandon Berryman as your leader starting to run down slower traffic. The 05 of Brad Loyette has got company. Here comes the Raging Cajun. Loyette down to the inside line. He's going to try to put the 19 a lap down to competition. Both drivers going to work down to the inside, your leaders. Within about 2 car lengths of each other now. Brad Loyette trying to pick up his first win. Jason Johnson trying to pick up his third of the season is right now the arc-breaking 2 of Dustin Morgan down into the infield with 21 laps to go. 9 in, 21 to go. Dustin Morgan unfortunately done in this main event as the battle is on with a slide jump. New leader, Jason Johnson going to steal away. Loyette going to battle back down to the inside, wheel to wheel up a 4. It's going to be Jason Johnson stealing away. Brad Loyette trying to come back and trying to battle back as they start to work into more slower traffic. The 2 in the Westmoreland, the 31 of Brandon Berryman right in front of your leaders. They're side by side. Your leaders now going to try to go side by side. It's still Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson, your race leader, Brad Loyette, but now let's throw one more into the mix. Let's throw in Wayne Johnson. Wayne Johnson, the 77X, he has run down the 05, now going to try to steal away second as Gary Wright is up in the 4th with Johnny Herrera right now running at your top 5. We'll have 18 laps to go in this feature event, and it's still Jason Johnson, your race leader, as now Brad Loyette held up behind slower traffic. He's able to get back in the gas, and Wayne Johnson is right there. Wayne Johnson not able to capitalize on it, though, as they work to the high side of turns 3 and 4. They're going to clear the 31 of Brandon Berryman. Your leader, though, is gone by a half a straightaway. It's all Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson in the Mesilla Valley Transportation 41 leading this time as they'll come to 16 laps remaining, 1 lap away from the halfway point of the same main. It's going to be Johnson, then Loyette, then it's Wayne Johnson, then it's going to be Gary Wright, then Johnny Herrera, your top 5. Then it's going to be Tony Bruce Jr., then Sam Haberteef Jr., then it's going to be the 15T of Travis Elliott, the 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick, and the 99 of Brady Bacon fighting up into the top 10. Wow, Brady Bacon on the last restart after the red flag has fought from 16th up into the top 10 as he continues to try to move his way up through the field. We've come to the halfway point, though. 15 in, 15 to go. It's still Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson moving by the 5H of Forler, the 53 of Dover, and the 17 of Griffith. They all go a lap down the competition as Brad Loyette still about a half a straightaway behind. He works around the 2 of Wes Miller, as does the 77X of Wayne Johnson, as those 2 trying to work through lap traffic. That's allowed Johnny Herrera, Gary Wright, and now Tony Bruce Jr. to try to reel him in. Johnny Herrera looking down to the inside of Wes Miller. Miller, though, contact into Wayne Johnson. Wes Miller has just taken out 2 of your National Tour drivers and now claims another one. Looks to be the 15H possibly of Sam Haberteef Jr. Full throttle into 1 and 2, found the 2M and goes upside down, but Wes Miller trying to race with the leaders instead collects the 77X of Wayne Johnson. That leaves the 45X of Johnny Herrera with nowhere to go, and the 15H of Sam Haberteef Jr. with a full head of steam finds the 2M sitting idle on the racetrack. He goes for a ride. The red flag displayed again. As the driver that went for a ride getting word from communication is okay. So Haberteef Jr. again is okay. As we have 13 laps remaining, 17 in, 13 to go here in this A main. Jason Johnson trying to make it 3 wins on the season. He's already got 2. We'll see if he can get 1 more. The caution lights are down. He picks up the pace into 3. We race at a 4. Bruce Griffith Jr., the lap car, nearly collecting the 9 of Gary Wright through turns 1 and 2. Everybody gets by, and we stay clean, we stay green. Jason Johnson, though, up on the high side, absolutely running away with this thing is Brad Loyette now, having to make his way around the 53. Jack Dover down to the bottom of the racetrack, going to give the 05 plenty of room to move. Has now problems for Tony Bruce Jr. Tony Bruce Jr., his bad luck continuing here this weekend. He is up on the high side of turns 1 and 2. Tony Bruce Jr., the 18, will force the caution. 18 in, 12 to go. Jason Johnson, your race leader. Brad Loyette lining up in second, Gary Wright in third. Then it's going to be Cole Hennick and Brady Bacon right now running out your top 5. We come to the green and we're back underway. Jack Dover going to try to pick up a spot here with the 5H and Logan Forler. They may be a lap down, but those 2 are going to battle for position now as they work into turns 3 and 4. The 05 of Brad Loyette right now going to go to the bottom. Can't hold the line, though, as he slides up across the racetrack, but the driver on the move is going to be the 99 of Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon up to the high side of the Battleground Speedway. He is up into third right now, going to try to run down the 05 of Brad Loyette. Up top, though, and zinging that thing for everything it's got, the 81. Make that the 41, excuse me, of Jason Johnson. Johnson leading as he'll have a good advantage, but the caution is going to wave. The car spinning up on the high side. It looks to be the 87 of Aaron Reitzel. 11 laps to go. Jason Johnson still your race leader. will try to finish this thing out this time as they work off of turn number 4. Jason Johnson going to pick up the pace of the Roush Yates 41. Work back underway. Brady Bacon shooting up to the high side of the racetrack, trying to get the run, trying to build his momentum up. He's going to try to make the pass for second. Looks to the high side of Brad Loyette. Loyette, though, strong on the inside line, able to hold on to it as Brady Bacon again up to the high side, this time into turns 3 and 4. Loyette down to the bottom. Brady Bacon with a full head of steam right to the back bumper of the 05. Brad Loyette takes to the high side, dives it down to the bottom hill, time in the corner, but Brady Bacon is on the move, side by side to the back straight with a battle for the runner-up spot. Brady Bacon trying to steal away. Brad Loyette, though, slides it up, slams the door. Bacon switches it down to the bottom. They're still going to go at it as a swap lines to the front straightaway. Brady Bacon down to the bottom. He's got the preferred line. He's got second as they work to the back straightaway. Brady Bacon going to steal away second for the 05 of Brad Loyette. Loyette going to fall to third. The 9 of Gary Wright going to run in fourth. Your top 5 right now is going to ride out with the 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick as Brad Loyette going to lose the spot now to the 9 of Gary Wright. Wright going to move up into third. Brady Bacon, though, can he run down the 41 of Jason Johnson? Johnson off of turn number 4 is absolutely running away with this thing. The 41 of Jason Johnson up on the high side through turns 3 and 4. He will put the 17 of Bruce Griffith yet another lap down the competition. Then it's the 99 of Brady Bacon running in second, the 9 of Gary Wright running in third, the 05 of Brad Loyette running in fourth. Your top 5 right now is going to round out with the 77X of Wayne Johnson. Wayne Johnson fighting back after being taken out by a slower car. He's up into fifth. Then it's going to be the 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick right now running in sixth. Johnny Herrera also fighting back in a big way. He's up into seventh, dives down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll steal away the sixth spot for Kalanick. Kalanick is going to fall back to 7th. 8th right now is going to be the 23 of Seth Bergman. 9th, the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr. Your top 10 is going to round up with the 81 of Danny Wood. As we go back to your race leader, it is the 41 of Jason Johnson now in slower traffic as he dives down to the bottom of the 31 of Brandon Berryman. Berryman, another lap down the competition. As we'll have only 3 laps to go. 3 more times around the Battleground Speedway. Jason Johnson held down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make his way through slower traffic, but he's still got a straightaway with the 99 of Brady Bacon. Bacon still running a second. He'll have a straightaway advantage over now the 77X of Wayne Johnson. Johnson up into third. The 05 of Loyette into fourth with Johnny Herrera right now running out your top 5. Problems for Gary Wright here in the closing laps as he has lost a few positions here. He is back to 6th. As the twin flags are up, this time the white flag is out, and it is Jason Johnson 1 lap away from his 3rd victory of the season. Down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. He works into turn 3, this time out of turn number 4. The checkered flag waves for the Raging Cajun. Jason Johnson, your race winner. Jason Johnson picking up the win. The battle for second is going to come down here. It's going to be the 99 of Brady Bacon. The 77X of Wayne Johnson, the 05 of Brad Loyette, the 45X of Johnny Herrera is going to round out your top 5. The 9 of Gary Wright, the 21T of Ray Allen Kalanick. Then it was the 23 of Seth Bergman, the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr., and the 87 of Aaron Reitzel fighting back to round out your top 10.
Jason, congratulations. Your 3rd victory of the season here. The Roush Yates Racing Engine continuing to put you at the front of the field. Stenhouse Motorsports, Mesilla Valley Transportation, everybody supporting you on this thing. The track tonight, very wet to start with, but definitely turning out to be a very racy surface here at this main event.
Tell you what, that's great track preparation come feature time. There's the bottom, there's the top. You got to be real patient around the bottom or you get balls to the wall around the top. So that's my style.
Well, pretty much you were around the top of this thing. A few times you did have to tempt the bottom with slower traffic. You said the car pretty much could work down there, but you had to be very, very patient.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here a few times over the last couple of years. I know how the bottom comes in a little bit. Down in 1 and 2, and it just gets so long around the top. Turn 3 and 4 is a little bit different characteristics, with the banking, and it builds a bigger curve in 3 and 4. So I felt better on the top of 3 and 4, the bottom of 1 and 2, the first 5 to 10 laps or whatever. I just kind of searched around and just couldn't thank Roush Yates Ford Racing Engines. They do an excellent job. Mesilla Valley Transportation, law office of Richard Trunks, I believe Richard and Chris are listening tonight. Lickdale Campgrounds. Fisher Auto Body. I mean, everybody's doing a great job with the Stenhouse Junior Racing team, and Ricky got a win last night, and he called today and said, "Come on, boys, let's pick up the pace and get a win tonight." So here he goes.